Hello and welcome to Dagger Directive. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This is a military simulation with a heavy emphasis on realism and, oh yeah, you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it, potentially, if you're into sandbox levels that allow you to approach different situations from a variety of wide-ranging tactics and strategy. Oh, it's fantastic. Anyway, this is my other character here. It's Raw. Yes, no, we're not gonna call him that. We'll call him something like Trash Master 9000. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So, yeah, as you see here, hardcore. If you die, you must create a new character. You could do that if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that because I am most likely going to die because I'm just going to mess around and have fun. And this is the demo. So if you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description. There is a demo available, add it to your Steam wishlist, and so on and so forth if you so desire. Now, what I got to say is the tutorial, I don't think you need to do the tutorial. Okay? I don't think you need to do it, mostly because the tutorial is very much a basic FPS thing. If you've played an FPS game before, you're probably going to be fine.
Videos blaming NATO for the massive amount of casualties the Iron Wolves have sustained in Kuban. His goal is to launch chemical weapons into Georgia and Turkey in an attempt to force NATO to deploy troops in Kuban. He should be blaming Moscow for the losses, but his blind loyalty makes him more dangerous. We have reports that Kumov is visiting the front lines in southern Kuban. Local NATO-backed resistance forces will assault the front later today. Your mission has two objectives. First is to infiltrate behind the Iron Wolves lines and prevent Kumov from escaping. Second, destroy the weapon caches. You'll be inserted at an abandoned farm about 500 meters east of the first cache. You'll need to move quickly and be prepared to repel any reactionary forces if the insertion is observed. Then, make your way to the first objective at the village. You may need to go building by...
Oh yeah, there we go. So obviously there is a voiceover for the mission objective. Basically, we're just going to go in there and we're going to try to kill everyone that we see. Yes, we're going to kill everyone we see, and we're going to try our very, very best not to die. Bear in mind, you will die very, very fast. Yes, it is, as I said, a military simulation with a focus on realism, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. So we're gonna just very quickly get out of the helicopter here.
Insertion was observed. You got a fire team-sized element moving your way.
Oh dear. Yes, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yes, we're now gonna be attacked.
Moving down the road from the west.
Yes, we're gonna be attacked. So we're gonna have to be a little bit careful here. Thank you very much, Commander. Goodbye. Shut your face. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, we are going to obviously make sure that we tackle these guys pretty nicely. Now, bear in mind, I am using night vision, and the reason... Oh yeah, by the way, you can choose the time. I don't know whether you noticed that, but I couldn't currently speak at that point because there was a voiceover and I didn't want to talk over him. But basically, you can choose the time at which you start your insertion, which I think is really, really cool. Basically being able to choose when you go into the mission. They show you a recommended time, and the recommended time was 7:30 in the morning. And I thought to myself, no. I like the nighttime, because look at what we've got to handle here. This is how it looks without the night vision. Absolutely impossible to see anything, right? Yeah. So we're going to just keep that on for a real quick second, and we're going to make our way towards the first marker, which is this WPT on the compass. And there is also a map, as you can see right here. So you can see here that these are waypoints that we're going to go to. And what we need to do is we need to locate and destroy the weapons cache in the village and in the construction site. And then after that, we need to exfiltrate and also protect the helicopter. So hopefully we're going to be able to do that. You can zoom in and you can actually take a look, and there's a photorealistic map that you can actually access, which is really, really cool in my opinion, and every single square is 100 meters. So very much, as I said, very much realistic. It's showing you exactly what you need to know if you want to be you know, really careful, and maybe even a sniper. Sniping in this game, it does have bullet drop. So you're going to have to use your binoculars to use the rangefinder if you want to do that, obviously. And then you can customize the range. Ah, there we go. There's some enemies there. You can customize the range to your liking and modify it to make sure that you don't miss due to bullet drop. As you can see, there are enemies over there. I don't know whether you can see them. Obviously, this is a video, so it's a little bit difficult for you to see. Maybe, very much depends on if you're watching it in full screen or what kind of device you're watching it on, because obviously if you're watching it on a phone, it might be a little bit difficult, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, I'm just going to try to be very, very careful here, because we want to stay in the darkness. Do we even want to attack these guys? I guess we do, right? Because otherwise they're going to attack us. Got to be a little bit careful here, because this is not pitch black. Just bear that in mind. This is not pitch black, so they can technically, possibly see us. Yeah, there they go down there.
Target neutralized.
And there we go. They've all been eliminated. Yeah, so as you can see, that was that's basically how an engagement goes if you're using stealth. Because obviously, just bear in mind, this is what they're seeing. Yeah, this is what they're seeing without night vision. I can't see anything. I don't know about you. And yeah, they also cannot see. Now, you can indeed loot these guys, right? You can loot these guys. This is what my inventory looks like, by the way. So you can see here, we got 12 gauge shotgun. We've got the M4A1 with a silencer on it. We have a submachine gun as well. And we also have an M9 pistol. And we have a bunch of ammo there. And we got a bunch of ammo, as well as grenades, in our backpack. And you also have pouches, which allow us to have, as you can see, the ability to destroy heavily armored targets. And you also have weight as well. So just bear that in mind. And if there's anything nearby to you on the ground, for example, like for example, these guys, they might have some gear. Like for example, there's some gear right here. Then this guy actually had a light machine gun. And you can indeed use that. You can pick it up straight away, and you can use it, and you can equip it, and then you know you can have a whale of a time. But obviously, I'm not going to do that right now. I was basically just using the submachine gun right here because I thought to myself, yeah, you know what? I just want to make sure that we're done. You know, I just want to make sure that we're completely 100% ready for them. We can use the pistol. Obviously, the pistol is a very, very good weapon as well. I've used it multiple times. Very, very nicely. I've killed literally thousands of people with this. And yeah, I'm obviously joking, but yeah, it is a very, very strong weapon. Surprisingly, you wouldn't think it is that strong, but because, as I said, this is a very much military simulation game, it is very much stressing the fact that enemies will kill you instantly and you'll kill enemies instantly. So it's very much obviously dependent on where you get hit, of course, because if you get hit in the face, that is very much an instant demise coming your way. But you know, if you don't and you get hit in the leg or something like that, then you're going to be okay for a little bit of time. But I obviously haven't had that happen. The one time that I have died, I instantly died. So gotta be careful. This guy saw me for some reason. How did he see me? Ah, it's a little bit light here. Okay, yeah, that's the reason. Okay, he's probably going to use a smoke grenade. These guys like using smokes, so if I can... Okay, he's dead. Maybe. I think he might be. Yep, he's dead. As you can see right there, both of these guys were dead. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? That's a bit of a problem that they're... it's kind of light in certain areas, and that's where you got to be a little bit careful, because some of these guys will manage to see you just a little bit, and then you have to be very much aware of where you are and whether you got some cover and stuff like that. You can also I'm actually just going to show you real fast. I'm going to go prone right now. You can go prone in this game, so I'm just going to show you very quickly the settings. Okay, so if we take a look at the controls, is that what I actually want to show you? I actually don't know, but yeah, you can also edit the colors, as you can see right here. So if you don't like the colors and the way that they are, you can completely change them, customize them to your liking, which I very much appreciate. By the way, I did have to change the input sensitivity for me personally. Obviously, this is going to be different for everyone, dependent on your mouse, dependent on what you're using and what you're used to. But I found it way too slow in the game, you know, moving around and stuff like that. So I had to change it and increase that a little bit. But yeah, what I wanted to show you is... Oh, I can increase night vision gain? Oh yeah, that's actually very, very cool. But yeah, you can also lean. This is the thing that I wanted to show you. So you could see here, you can lean that, and you can basically just change how you peek around corners and stuff like that. Okay, so increased night vision gain? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, look. We can literally do this. This is really nice, actually. Let's do something like that. I think this is much better. Now we can actually see a little bit more, shall we say, a little bit less vividly. I mean, I can increase it a little bit more, but I don't want it to be too bright. That's the thing. You know, we want to make sure that we're... Ah, there we go. There's an enemy up there. Okay, I'm gonna... The problem with going inside is that I think they can hear your footprints, or footsteps, should I say. So that might be a bit of a problem. Anyone inside? Nope. There is someone upstairs, though. I know that for sure, and he has a sniper rifle. Might be a bit problematic if I... Ah, he's coming downstairs. Okay, absolutely perfect. Dead. Okay, careful, careful. They don't know where I am, you see. That's the funny thing. They do not know where I am.
I'm hit. I'm hit.
Those crates contain the weapons and ammunition. Use an explosive such as a satchel charge or grenade to destroy them.
And that is exactly what I'm talking about. You see exactly what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it's super, super hyper realistic in this sense. Obviously, the AI is sometimes a little bit weird because they do tend to run into you and not really understand what's going on, but they are very much trying to hunt you down. And obviously, this is a demo. Just bear that in mind. This is a demo, so obviously everything can change. Everything is subject to change. Is that an enemy over there? No, that's just a tree. There is an enemy firing at something, but I don't actually know where that is. That's kind of interesting. But I have to say, in my opinion, when it comes to the AI, we have to think about the fact that this is indeed nighttime, right? This is nighttime. So very much have to consider from a realistic perspective, if enemies don't have night vision, which I don't think they do, it's going to be exceptionally difficult for them to see where shots are actually coming from and who is actually shooting at them. So when taking that into account, you have to think, oh yeah, these guys actually are pretty smart about, about working out where you are and everything. I've got to be very, very careful here.
Take cover. Man down. They're here.
Don't get complacent. You will need to make it to the extraction point.
Alright, so that shouldn't be too difficult. That was a satchel charge, by the way, that I was using right there. Very, very fun to use those. And they have little remotes that you can use, obviously, as you saw that I had in my hands right there. So we have an enemy over here. Bear in mind that accuracy is very much dependent on your movement. So that's the reason why I'm usually walking or crouching to try to reduce the sway. Obviously, if you've played something like Counter-Strike or whatever, you'll probably be familiar with that kind of thing. And obviously the crosshair doesn't really tell you any of the details in regards to how your accuracy is doing. So you're going to kind of have to feel how that's working. But for me, obviously, personally, right now, I don't really need to worry about any of this because I'm mostly playing short range. If I was playing a little bit closer, I mean, shall we say a little bit further away, then that would obviously come into play much more. Now we just have to make our way out of here. The question is, am I going to be able to do that? This is what it's looking like right now. As you can see, very, very dark. I would be very surprised if anyone can see me from this distance, and or at least be not very accurate when it comes to shooting at us. So we should be absolutely fine. And we can obviously take a look at our map anytime we want. And you can see that that is exactly where we are right now. We're over here. It's going to take me not that long to get to our exfiltration area. However, there may be some enemies standing between me and safety. Let's just see whether that's actually the case. I am hearing gunshots, so it could be that we have some patrols, enemy patrols around here or something like that. I actually don't know. So I guess we'll see, but everything seems to be going really, really well. Surprisingly enough, I'm gonna tell you right now, my previous attempt to do this mission was not successful. Let's just say that. Basically, I decided that I was going to do a relatively similar thing to what I did in this episode, and I was just gonna go, you know, stealth. I was going to take my time, and I was going to be swift and hit them hard as hard as I could at the time. And, well, I did that, and then I got shot in the face and died instantly. So, yeah, it didn't really work out too well. But, there's our helicopter. Fantastic. There's our exfiltration little thing. I'm actually not entirely sure. Should I have killed the rest of the enemies? Maybe that would have made sense. I can only hope that they're not going to get shot down. That would be really, really bad, actually. Well, maybe it wouldn't be that bad, because we'd be dead then. So, well, I mean, it would be good for the enemies, let's just say that. Yeah, it would be good for the enemies, but not so much for us. Okay, come on now, let's get over there, come on. Can I make it there before we start getting shot at? That's the question. Yes.
We can get Kumov, but destroying those weapons will help our allies.
Yeah, indeed. I actually don't. I don't think there was a. I don't think there was a mission to go and kill Kumov. Was there? Was there a mission to go and kill him or something like that? I actually don't know. Anyway, yeah. What you can also do is you can get rid of the magazine. So if you don't want to keep the magazine, equipped, you can literally do something like this. Let me actually just shoot a little bit, and then if you hold it down, you can get rid of the magazine, and then it is, well, then technically it should be unequipped, but for some reason, okay, never mind. Okay, I was about to say, oh yeah, that's what you could do if you want, you know, more realism and stuff like that, but yeah, it's I gotta say, I actually really like this game. Massive amounts of bullet casings on the floor as well, as you see there. And we've got this, which is another nice little weapon. Yeah. And there's also a scope. Yeah, you can use a scope, by the way, in this game. This is an ACOG, obviously, so it's not a hugely zoomified scope or anything like that. Yeah, there's no aim down sight or anything like that, but I think that makes it more fun. I don't know. I think that's more fun. Anyway, this has been Dagger Directive. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. There is one mission available in the demo right now, but as you could quite clearly tell, it is an open world fiesta. An absolute amazing, wonderful sandbox for you to just have some fun in, and I absolutely had a great time. And hopefully you did as well, and maybe you're going to check it out, try it out, or maybe add it to your Steam wishlist or whatever. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.